Liberal reporter compares Trump to murderous dictator. Sanders issues brutal reality check. During a press briefing at the White House this week, Matthew Nussbaum of Politico compared President Donald Trump to two murderous dictators. Whit House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders was quick to put him in his place, issuing a brutal reality check that he won't soon forget. According to Politico's Matthew Nussbaum, since Trump is critical of the media, and murderous dictators exist who are also critical of the media, Trump must be a murderous dictator. This is the media's way of doing bad math. Bashar al-Assad and Rodrigo Duterte recently have used the phrase fake news to dismiss damaging reports about their regimes, said Nussbaum at a press briefing this week. And a state official in Myanmar recently said that the Muslim minority Rohingya don't exist and added it's fake news. Is the White House concerned at all about authoritarian regimes adopting this phrase fake news to try to delegitimize the press? Asked Nussbaum. And does President Trump bear any responsibility for the popularization of this phrase among some world leaders? Nussbaum said Syrian President Bashar al-Assad and Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte recently used the term fake news to describe the media in their country, and he implied Pres. Trump is responsible for this, he asked. Is the White House concerned at all about authoritarian regimes adopting this phrase fake news to try to delegitimize the press? And does President Trump bear any responsibility for the popularization of this phrase among some world leaders? These men have killed thousands of civilians combined, and the reporter is comparing them to President Trump? Source: Subject Politics. Having none of Nussbaum's nonsense, Sarah Sanders responded. I think the White House is concerned about false and inaccurate information being pushed out to mislead the American people. I think I made that clear yesterday. In terms of other leaders, I'd have to look at their comments to be more specific on what they've said, she added. But our concern is making sure that the information that the people receive in this country is fair and accurate, and when it isn't, that it's corrected in the same fashion in which it was first presented when it was wrong, which is very rarely the case. But, of course, Matthew Nussbaum could not let this be the end of it. He hit back, asking, when you hear autocrats using the term fake news to describe events that reflect poorly on their regimes, that doesn't cause concern here. Sanders then reiterated that she wasn't familiar with their specific comments and didn't want to comment further and disseminate inaccurate information. What I can talk about are the problems that we have in this country with inaccuracies that happen frequently within news stories, and so that I feel comfortable speaking about. Without that information and that detail in front of me, I don't want to weigh in too deeply.